Pakistani music has morphed, shape-shifted, and entirely transformed across decades of its existence. But after all this change, what forms a Pakistani pop song today? We spoke to a few of today's major songwriters and producers to find out more. When the entire world went into lockdown in 2020, there were of course consequences for music. We lost live performances, music festivals, and all the energy that comes with a crowd. But there were some very interesting perks. Recent pop sensation Natasha Noorani broke it down for us.
Now what you're seeing in Pakistani pop altogether is that this new wave of music is primarily taking place from the home studio. It's taking place from artists on the go writing music where they meet each other in coffee shops. And so we have that ability to kind of make the space comfortable for yourself, and then that also impacts the kind of sound that's coming out.
COVID years brought independent music to the forefront, giving many lesser-known bedroom artists a chance at major fame, even with limited resources. The Pakistani youth began to gravitate towards a more vulnerable, less polished sound, and indie music was the answer. Star emergences within this era also include a lot of producers like Abdullah Siddiqui, Talal Qureshi, and many others. At the same time, there was a rise in rap culture, but that's a whole other video. An emphasis on electronic sound has largely shifted the landscape of local pop music today, merging global electronic genres with local languages and instrumentation.
You can literally do anything. If it's sounding nice to you, if it's fitting in the picture that you're painting, that's it. Now it's like an open universe of sounds. You can put a sitar in a rock song, you can place a tabla in a pop song.
Instruments can be warped, vocals can be altered, and multiple layers of sound can converge to make a wickedly brilliant hit. Abdullah Siddiqui has his own name for this emerging new wave of fusion pop. They see Hyperpop.
Hyperpop is really just a flavor of pop music that kind of takes the tropes of pop music and exaggerates them and hyperbolizes them. And that I felt like married really nicely with all of my understanding of what Pakistani pop music has been and where it's come from and where it's going. That's why I kind of stick to electronic as sort of the basic foundation of everything that I'm doing, because that is what kind of ties it all together.
With songwriting and production being increasingly valued alongside singing in the pop industry, it is now essential for artists to learn an instrument.
Now it's a given. If you're doing music, all of the recent artists are independent, You have to be in that 360 position to, take advantage of you as much as you can.
The image of Pakistani artists has also evolved, with local musicians deepening their relationships with fans and being known for more than just their songs.
Just people are, more invested in an artist's creative and personal arc, rather than just like, oh, I like this song. It's like, I'm invested in this artist's story and their journey.
There is also an increasing variety in the themes that pop music addresses. Moving beyond romantic love and heartbreak, recent pop songs talk about everything from toxic relationships and friendship breakups to ice cream and spicy condiments.
If you look at the 1940s to the 1980s, music was primarily coming out from film songs. And so the context of those love songs was based on the narrative of the film. Now, because the music is independently written and can convey emotions beyond those certain characters and can, spill into real life. So no one really wants to write the same songs over and over again.
Thinking back to the first pop song we ever had, Ahmed Rushdi's classic, Coco Corina, wasn't just a love song. It was a vision beyond its time. In a first for local pop music, its use of conversation-like Urdu lyrics made it catchy, accessible, and relatable. Today, many Pakistani pop songs continue the trend of using colloquial lyrics for songs in Urdu, Punjabi, Pashto, and more recently Balochi, all whilst incorporating English words.
I think, artists like, Hassan Rahim and Manu and, Shamoon, like all of these people, what they've done is create this new language.
Our pop scene would not be what it is today without the innovative and versatile women that each left their own mark on the industry. However, there are still ways in which the industry remains a male-dominated space.
There's so many musicians and producers who will belittle you or make you feel like your ideas are small. I say this that after a good 15 years of, making that choice as a, young girl to pursue music, only now am I managing to get access to those spaces. And the way that I've gotten access to those spaces and the kind of respect of my peers is by putting music out.
We have a long way to go in terms of fair representation. But with growing efforts to diversify sound, genre, and platforms, Pakistani pop continues to make waves. Let's hear from its writers.
Vibrant,
Undeniable,
Experimental,
unique,
fearless.
and very ziddi because it's not going to stop no matter what is happening.